Throughout this unit of studying the American dream, I've seen many perspectives as to who believes what the American dream is. As a part of this project, I interviewed people, read articles that were related to money and happiness, and read the book The Great Gatsby. I have learned that though wealth does bring satisfaction, it is much less important than the joy that non-material things bring. Levels of satisfaction are influenced by how much money you have, your social standing in society, and how you earn your money. One of the common themes that I learned from my studies is that wealthy people tend to be careless with their money, but they're also careful with it. Whether they spend it on things they don't need or choose not to help someone out, they either end up acting selfish or stupid with it. The more money they have, the more they end up wanting in the end. Sometimes it seems that the only people that care about money more than the poor people are the really rich people. In The Great Gatsby, we see careless acts with money through Tom and Daisy. It says they smashed up things and creatures and then treated back into their money or their vast carelessness or whatever it was that kept them together, and let other people clean up the mess they had made. It was very hard for Nick to be close with Tom and Daisy because of how they used their money. That was one of the main reasons that Daisy ended up marrying Tom, not just because she couldn't be with Gatsby at the time. She knew that not only did she have her own money, but she also had access to Tom's. They never really had to worry about overspending, but they were worried about who they were going to end up giving their money to in the end. The theme is that your social standing in society has a major impact on how you view money. Most people will spend time with others that have similar views on money, making it less likely for them to sympathize with other people. The people around you influence how you view money, and this makes it harder to reason with people outside of your social bubble. In one of the articles I read, Paul G. Skirvish states that money is like fire. It will warm your feet or it will burn your socks off. By this, he means that money is a powerful thing and has a major impact on your life. Another group of people that affects how you view money is your family. You grew up with them, and you've been accustomed to your parents' and siblings' views on money. If your family had a lot of money when you were younger, you might be more likely to hang out with people that have a similar amount of money as your family does. I interviewed my brother's roommate, Ben Pratt, and I asked him to think about the richest person he knows and if he believes they are happy or not.
I would think so. Yeah, the person that comes to mind, I just think they're constantly, trying to make others feel good, and I think they can do that through their wealth as well. They can spread the love, knowing that they have the wealth and knowing that they're comfortable in their wealth and knowing that they can, take somebody on vacation or give them a nice present for, something smaller than you think. So I think, yeah, I would say they are happy. They don't have any reason to be sad, I don't believe, but I don't know them all that well either.
What I learned from this is that not all rich people are stuck up or only care about themselves. Some people with money are content with sharing it with others and perhaps even forming bonds over it. Another thing I learned is that people that earn their money are more content than people whose money was handed to them or passed down to them. We see this in The Great Gatsby when Nick reveals how Jay actually got his money. He grew up in a poor family, but ended up getting a really good job after serving in the military. Having to spend your own money that you earned ends up being worth it in the end. Spending your own money also leads you to be responsible with what you decide to save or spend, and it holds you accountable. If you had someone constantly giving you money no matter what, you might tend to be less grateful for it. When I interviewed my friend's mom, Kim, she said that she feels better after spending money that she has worked hard to earn.
I feel that when you work hard for your money and save for certain things, it means more than just being given to you. I tend to make wiser purchases knowing how many hours that took me to make $50, or if I want to purchase something or splurge on something, I try to correlate it with how many hours of work did that take, and then it just makes it more impactful and meaningful knowing that this item was worth 3 hours of my time, and is it really worth it, or is it something that is not very worthwhile?
I completely agree with her on this. After having a job detasseling, it feels really good to spend money that you worked hard to earn because you almost seem to think about your purchase more, which makes it seem more meaningful. Overall, we can see how money impacts people's levels of satisfaction, but we do not see money having a direct impact on levels of happiness. From all of my research, I've realized that money isn't even really that important. Obviously, you need it to support yourself, but I've become aware that it doesn't really affect a person's happiness. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and I hope you learned something about how money doesn't impact people's levels of happiness.